Alright, you guys, this is a deck review for the Joker playing cards by cartimundi. First off, I'm going to just start by saying, if you were to search these cards up online on any site such as Illusionist, Theory 11, Murder 67, and etc., those big playing card internet sites, then you're not going to find it. I guarantee you're not going to find it on any of them sites. So you're pretty much going to have to search it up individually if you want to find them. So where to buy them. I got this deck at Walmart, actually checking out of Walmart, right on the little shelves there with all the gum and stuff, for $1 a piece. So I picked up a blue and a red because they were so cheap. I picked them up, like I said, $1 a piece, and I wanted to see how good they were, and if they were really good, or even fairly good, I would come back and I'd buy a couple more because of how cheap they were. But obviously, these are the only two I have because I didn't care for them too much. But I'll get more into that when we get into the cards. Right now, I'm just gonna show you the box. Then I'm gonna show you the cards, and lastly, we're gonna do a small trick at the end. For right now, I'm gonna get rid of the red cards, and I'm gonna show you the blue box because I'm gonna use the red cards during the when I'm showing you the cards, not the box. I think the red cards stand out more and look better than the blue on the cards. Alright, so the box right here, of course, they're both the same, so I'm going to cover pretty much everything. Joker on the top right here, playing cards, Junior Giant Index. I'm going to tell you that, of course, the stock is very thick. If you ever heard about this deck, the stock's thick, and the cards do have a giant index on them compared to bicycle decks and other stuff like that. Of course, the cards are just falling down right here. Look like the free falling, and then the two jokers right here. Of course by cartimundi. The 10 game rules included in a little instruction booklet that I already threw out, because all it shows is how to play blackjack, Texas Hold'em, poker, hearts, memory games, stuff like that with the playing cards, which we already know how to play most of them anyway. The side says cartimundi playing cards. The other side, of course, the same thing, cartimundi playing cards. I think I'm saying that right, cartimundi. The top just says Joker, bottom, barcode, cartimundi again, and then finally the very back has quite a bit of information. The first little paragraph here is about cartimundi, how they've been crafting cards for about 200 years and such. You probably can't read that. And then when it gets down here, it starts talking particularly about the Joker cards, and it says that these Joker playing cards have been crafted for optimal performance, easy shuffling, and maximum durability. I learned that I could read backwards. But okay, so out of that, like they said, easy shuffling, I agree. Maximum durability, I agree. Optimum performance, I do not agree. I don't think that these cards should be used to perform to anybody. I really think that these cards are for beginners, and that they should be pretty much this card deck should be used as a practice deck than more of a performing deck. So you could practice false cuts, shuffling, spreading and fans, which really you can't do with this deck, and other stuff like that you want to practice on. And don't worry if the cards get bent or doing anything tricky that you want to do with these cards, because, like I said, you can go and find them for like $1 at Walmart. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole back. That's the whole deck right there. And let's get right into the cards itself. Right? Alright, you guys, here are the decks without the boxes. So now we're moving on to let's talk about the cards more. I'm going to use, like I said, I'm going to use the red instead of the blue, so we'll leave the blue kind of out of the screen here. First I want to talk about is the design of these cards. I think it's got a really cool look to the back of it, with the diamonds, the hearts, the clubs, and the spades. And then if you turn it around, of course it's the same thing. So that if you turn the cards around, like half of them, and you flip them around, they're going to look the same when you spread them out. So it won't look all messed up. I like the red over the blue because I think the red sticks out more with the black behind it, and the blue doesn't pop out as much. So that's why I like the red. Any other time I would prefer the blue over the red, but in this case I'm liking the red. Let's talk about how the cards shuffle. The cards shuffle and dribble. I think they shuffle and they dribble pretty good. Let me try to get shuffled. I'm trying to get a better shuffle. But I think the cards shuffle very good, and I think they dribble very good for the first week. You can dribble the cards fairly well until the edges of the cards start to diminish, and then it's not as good. But as of right now, it's decent. Anything else like fanning the cards and spreading the cards like that, it's absolutely terrible. I can't get them apart. They stick together, especially when you spread the cards out. They stick together in clumps, and you can't get them in a perfect line. So that's a big negative. Let's see what else we got. Let's show the three jokers. The first one is the Joker. I don't really know why this one's in here. It's a Joker with a King of Hearts, just like an extra Joker or something like that. Weird card. Here's the original Joker, the two Jokers. This one has the red stars in the corners, and then the other one has the black stars in the corners. And I think that's the only difference between those. And then the last card that I wanted to show you was the cartimundi Ace of Spades. Its signature Ace of Spades since 1765. That is a very long time, and I think it is the longest card manufacturer up to date. And I think bicycles in the 1800s, which is a couple decades after cartimundi. So that's a big plus for them, but I would still prefer any bicycle deck over these cartimundi decks right now. Maybe there's a different deck that you could let me know of that could change my mind, but as of right now, I'm still with bicycle. Like I said, I got these for $1, so I'm thinking that these are mainly for a practice deck, or maybe for beginners, to learn how to shuffle and stuff like that. I know Mizmag, how he's teaching he taught how to flick a card like that to get the pop, get the little sound going. And really, the card does not bend or anything, even if you mess up, because it has such a thick stock in the cards. Let me see here. The cards are good for if you're trying to learn how to do false cuts, or something to do with either false cuts, or shuffling the deck is what I think it's preferred for. And I think that's about it. I pretty much covered everything. And yeah, that's about it. Like I said, guys, I guess it's a cool looking deck, but it doesn't really handle as good as you want a good deck to handle. Definitely not perform with this deck. Just practice with it. Use it to learn, like I said, false cuts, because when you're doing false cuts with it, it might not move around as much because the cards stick together compared to some other decks. Like if you try to use a new deck, you'll get the cards everywhere if you mess up. Here, you probably won't screw up as much, and you might actually learn a trick or something faster with these cards, and then you can perform it with a different deck. I'm going to do one card trick really quick with this if you want to stay tuned and just watch it or not. But yeah, that's about it. For $1, check out Walmart. If not, it wouldn't be worth going online and getting. I've seen only a couple other reviews on this, and people seem to like it, but I really don't think that this is too good of a deck. Alright, you guys, so enjoy, and then I'll see you in just a second if you're going to watch the little trick. Alright, you guys, so this is a quick little trick to the end of this deck review. We're going to give the cards over to a spectator and have them. Once they're done shuffling, we're going to get a card selected from the spectator, in this case the Four of Hearts. We're going to take the Four of Hearts and just get it mixed in with the rest of the cards. And once the cards are mixed in, all we're going to do is we could give them a couple cuts if we wanted to, and once we're done cutting the cards, we're going to tell them that they could have chosen any card, which they did, and to find that card again, we just have to do one thing, just a quick little flick, and one card out of every card flips out of the deck. Could have been any one of these cards, but it just happened to be your card, the Four of Hearts. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, this deck isn't that good. Not for performing, mainly just for practicing, but for $1, check it out. Hopefully you can find it, and it's a good deck just to have and practice with. Alright, you guys, hope you enjoyed.